All right, Year 12s, we are now going to look at how to use another bank calculator. And this one's not a loan calculator or a savings calculator, but it's called a borrowing power calculator. So you need to be able to access three different banks in your assignment and get them. We'll use these borrowing power calculators to sort of get a handle on how much they would let you borrow. Okay, so I'm going to go with one of the big four. So we'll go NAB, National Australia Bank. Okay, now you get this sort of situation here, and here we go. There's borrowing power calculator right over there. But if you couldn't find it, you just go into the search and type in borrowing power calculator. Okay, and it gets you straight to it. Okay, so I need to walk you through this because it's not as simple as the other ones because they ask you a bunch of questions. Now, you're not signing your life away here. You're not going to book an appointment or anything, but all the things that you're going to talk about here, you can include in your template, in your write-up about the assumptions. For instance, you're going to assume that you're doing this solo. Okay? So it's just you. You're also going to assume that you have no dependents. In other words, you've got no kids. Okay, how many dependents do you support financially? None. Okay, that's what you're going to assume. All right, then we go next. What is your reason for buying? Now, some people buy real estate and they never live in it. They just do it as an investment. You will be living in it. Next, do you have plans to buy an existing property? Yeah. In other words, are you going to build? No, you're going to buy something that's existing. Okay, existing. In which state will you purchase? You're going to be in Queensland. Next. Okay, now you will have calculated your deposit. Okay, so by the time you've done part 2 of the assignment, you've got a deposit. So I'm going to enter, I don't know, 40,000. Okay. You will enter whatever you figured out as your deposit. Okay. Now, income. Now, you're going to go after tax. That's stuff that you've been given on that handout. Remember at the very start, we said we're going to assume that it is after tax. Now, base salary. So you can just put in yearly. Now, this is for when you are qualified. So this is on the right hand, the far right-hand side. It's the qualified thing, okay? So let's say it's 63,400. Additional, no, leave that blank because you're going to assume that you're not going to get, it's better to be a bit conservative, like you're not going to get any overtime. Let's just assume that. Combined expenses. Now, this is in the assignments, okay? It talks about your living expenses. I think it was monthly. Let's go 1,500. You're not going to, you're not going to be paying rent after taking out this loan because you're going to be living in the house. Let's assume you have no credit cards and you don't have any other loans, okay? So this is all part of the assumptions. Everything that you put in here, you need to write up as an assumption, okay? It's all valid. All right, so bang. You can borrow up to 536,294. Now, here's the thing. You are not, okay, it's not a vast amount, but anyway, you are not going to be able to do that. So that, but maybe 177,000 would work. That's basically how that works there, okay? So they've also got stamp duty. So out of that 40,000 comes stamp duty, other upfront costs. It just has a whole breakdown of things here. So you need to go and use 3 different banks with their borrowing power calculators and basically come up with this, okay? And then put it all on the table. Screenshots, the whole works. That's how it goes. But what you really need to understand, and I was going back a fair way. Okay, tell us about yourself. All this stuff here, you are basically, you're assuming all of these things. Okay, you need to make sure that you're going to live in it. It will be an existing property, etc., etc. Okay, so that is how you use borrowing power calculators. Off you go.